Upon Jamie Foxx's initial hospitalization this year, his daughter Corinne Foxx took it upon herself to provide an update regarding his condition. And although she refrained from talking about specifics, she did let everyone know that he was on his way to recovery. She'd said, "We wanted to share that my father, Jamie Foxx, experienced a medical complication yesterday. Luckily, due to quick action and great care, he is already on his way to recovery. We know how beloved he is and appreciate your prayers. The family asked for privacy during this time." So a lot of medical tests were done on Jamie Foxx during his recent health scare, and no one really knew what had happened exactly, but everyone was very concerned for him. A source had told People magazine that several of Jamie's family members rushed to be by his side in hospital, and this implied that the situation was very serious and that it was life-threatening. Now, despite efforts to maintain complete privacy surrounding the situation, it was eventually revealed that police had visited Jamie in hospital due to a claim that he'd made prior to his hospitalization that someone was attempting to harm him. Now, we've got to ask ourselves, is this just some crazy coincidence that he was speaking out and then not long after he experiences this huge medical emergency that was in fact life-threatening? I mean, it is hard to know, but we have seen time and time again celebrities in the past speak out about Hollywood elites and preparing to expose people, and then all of a sudden something happens and they die, or something happens to them and then they stay silent. So it's hard to know, and fans are growing increasingly concerned because they don't believe that Jamie Foxx is actually okay at the moment, and they think that someone else is writing on his Instagram posts. Now, it's also very interesting that the police have visited him in hospital, because I had no idea of that, and that kind of highlights that, yeah, something could have actually happened. So let's investigate. Now, there have been many incidents in the past where Hollywood celebrities have said that they're going to expose certain people in the industry, and then right before they're about to tell all, something bad happens to them or they die. Now, Kanye West had spoken out about this last year, and people were calling him crazy for this. He bravely shed light on the dark reality of how individuals in Hollywood are controlled and even eliminated once they dare to break free from the industry's constraints.
Out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize.
Now, the disturbing truth is, some of what Kanye said may have been true, according to conspiracists, and he's one of many that have spoken out against this. Kanye West also revealed, upon beginning to speak out about the pervasive control in Hollywood, that he'd received a threatening text message. The message allegedly warned Kanye that if he did not cease his vocal opposition, he would be forcibly institutionalized. Kanye had exposed this on Twitter with screenshotted messages. What should be obvious by now is that I was raised to stand for my truth regardless of the consequences. So I will say this again, I was mentally misdiagnosed and nearly drugged out of my mind to make me a manageable, well-behaved celebrity. Here the leaked message read, "I'm going to help you one of a couple ways. First, you and I sit down and have a loving, open conversation, but you don't use cuss words, and everything that is discussed is based in fact and not some crazy stuff that dumb friend of yours told you or you saw on a tweet. Second option, I have you institutionalized again, where they medicate the crap out of you and you go back to zombie land forever. Play date with the kids just won't be the same." Kanye's not the only one to expose the Hollywood elites. It appears Dave Chappelle has also now stepped forward to unveil the underlying motive behind the elite's attempt to get rid of Jamie Foxx. In the past, Chappelle had brought to light the dark underbelly of the Hollywood industry, exposing its sinister practices and labeling it a monstrous entity that preys on those who dare to defy its commands. Time and time again, he's courageously stood up and spoke out about their insidious designs that seek to devour and dispose of those who resist their control. Heck, he'd even turned down a $50 million deal and had explained to Oprah that it wasn't the money that he was walking away from, it was something else.
He wants to know, why'd you walk away from $50 million?
Well, I wasn't walking away from the money.
Yeah.
I was walking away from the circumstances that that were coming with the newfound plateau.
Now, Dave Chappelle has not been afraid to expose what's going on behind the scenes in Hollywood. He's exposed corrupt elites countless times in the past. He'd even talked about Martin Lawrence's sudden stroke. And people can see now that that definitely had a very scary resemblance to Jamie Foxx's own mysterious medical emergency that had happened recently. Why did it happen right after they speak out about stuff? Fans aren't dumb. They can see that things are going on. Yes, there might be a lot of conspiracies out there, but at the end of the day, how many coincidences have to happen before fans start speculating what's going on?
And Martin had a stroke. He almost died. And then after that, I saw him, and I was like, oh my God, Martin, are you okay? And he said, I got the best sleep I ever got in my life. That's how tough he is. So let me ask you this. What is happening in Hollywood that a guy that tough will be on the street waving a gun, screaming, they are trying to kill me?
Fans have now pointed out that Chappelle and West have kind of talked about the same stuff, however 16 years apart, and they're not the only artists that have spoken out about this. But whenever celebrities speak out about this kind of stuff, most of the time they're always labelled as crazy, and people don't really take into consideration what they're saying. And another common factor with all these celebrities that speak out about the Hollywood elites is that they all say the same thing. They expose how the people around them are trying to convince them that they're crazy. They try and discredit them, and they even resort to medicating them. And they've also said that some people have been killed, or they feel like they're about to get killed in fear of saying too much or speaking out about stuff. And at the end of the day, the Hollywood elites plan to monetize on their fear and just want to take complete control over their whole creative output. Now, scarily enough, something fans are also pointing out is that this was the last thing Jamie Foxx had posted to his Instagram right before his medical emergency. And conspiracists believe that his post may have had something to do with people coming for him.
First of all, I want to say thank you to all of the fans that have been supporting Alert, Missing Persons Unit on Fox. Thanks to you, we are the #1, the highest streamed show on Fox in the past 3.5 years. Thank you for that. And tonight, once again, we are on. And we are tipping our hat and saying thank you for the service of all the people that make up the Missing Persons Division, all of our ex-military from Army, Navy, Air Force, and etc., who have really put their lives basically on the line to go and save our loved ones. So, and shout out to Danya, shout out to Scott, who are taking these dramatic situations but turning them into acting gold and giving us an opportunity to bring up and strike up the conversations about missing persons. We see you on Twitter. We see you on all the other social media programs.
Now, the last thing I wanted to mention was Jamie Foxx's recent post to his Instagram. Fans, for some reason, don't believe that Jamie Foxx had made this post. He, apparently, was thanking his fans for all their prayers, and people in the comments were saying, nope, I need to see his face and him talking. I don't trust word post. Someone else said, Jamie Foxx did not write this post. Another user said, I won't believe this is him until I see a video. So it appears a lot of Jamie Foxx's fans are really concerned for him, and the conspiracies going around that he was targeted for speaking out are just blowing up the internet, so people don't know what to think at the moment. So what are your thoughts on all this? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more juicy tea.